Now there's lots of good videos online about the GH4. Everybody from Dave Dugdale to Philip Bloom has one out there, and they're all good, and I recommend that you take a look at as many of them as you possibly can. My only gripe with them is they're long. Some of them are 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. That's fine, there's a lot of good information in there, but I wanted to try to do these in little short bites so you could look for what it was that you're looking for, yet you want to know, and find it, and get it out of the way in just a couple of minutes. Now this time, what I'm going to talk about, in addition to the GH4, is lenses. If you've ordered one, you'll notice it doesn't come with one. And when you try to order one, for instance from B&H, I've got one that's been on order now for 2 weeks. So fortunately, I'd already bought a bunch of FD Canon glass. Now, Nikon glass works really well. I've never messed with it, and I don't know. It's good stuff, but I don't have any. But the very first thing that you're going to want to get is an adapter. And as you can see right here, this is an FD, Canon FD to micro 4/3 adapter. They run anywhere from $7 to $10 on eBay. You can search them, find them. They come from China, so you're going to have about a 2-week lead time to get one to you. Now, I'm only going to recommend 2 lenses here. The first one, which is my favorite go-to lens, is a 28mm f2.8 lens. Now, this one in particular was made by Tokina, and I think I did a couple of videos on it a while back when I was adapting it to the T2i. But now you can adapt it right onto the GH4 and have absolutely no problems at all. I mean, it's a phenomenal lens for use on that. You're not going to get the deals that you got a few years ago. I think that was back in 2010, and I paid about $6 for this. But you can get them for around 20 bucks. You just got to go on eBay and shop, and you should be able to come up with something that really works well for you. And it's a simple enough procedure to put these things on your camera. Just take the body cap off, and then I'm going to turn it so that we can pick it up and see it. There's a red dot. Line that rascal up. Attach it to your camera. Do the same thing with the lens. Align the red dots. Lock that ring in place. Lock that in place. And now you're in business. And you've got a camera that pretty much will do anything that you need. The GH4 is not noted for its low light performance anyway, so a lens that starts off at 2.8 and runs up to f16 is probably going to work for a lot of situations. And of course, I recommend a lot of light. I'm not one of these, oh, let's just use the ambient light thing. No, I like putting in the artificial stuff. Now, that's not the only lens I'm going to recommend, and to get through this quickly, the other lens that I like a lot is the old standby, the Canon FD 1.8 50mm lens. I got a 1.4, and I don't really recommend it. It's just a little too soft, and when you come right down to it, it's always a little too soft. I'm going to experiment with it later, but for now, go ahead and get the 1.8. That'll get you through an awful lot of situations of lower light, and it'll give you a lens that works great for just about any situation. And again, they can be had pretty reasonably. I mean, I've seen them on eBay from anywhere from $30 to $50, and for a really well-made all-metal lens, that's not bad. All right. That's all I'm going to say about it now. You can use whatever lens you want. After all, like I've always said, filmmaking is a form of art. So there's no right or wrong. Whatever you want to do, whatever works for you, do it. But the important thing is there's a lot of options out there that you can do this relatively reasonably. And I know you've invested a lot by buying a GH4, but there's no need to go crazy spending money on everything else. Till next time, I'll have some more interesting information for you. At least I hope so.